going to be a story video, maybe just a short video about me, myself, being a DV survivor, and some of the red flags, some of the things I witnessed, some of my experiences. So I'm going to share my experiences here for people to actually probably learn, listen, catch fun, judge if you want, but it's actually my story, and I'm very, very much thankful to God and my life to tell my story by myself. I planned doing this video on Thursday, but Thursday was not really a good day for us at work. Yeah, we lost one of our students, and Thursday was his burial. Actually, I think a whole lot of us read about the news on internet, on social media, about a young seminarian that slumped on Good Friday and died. So yeah, his burial was on Thursday. That's actually my workplace. So may so rest in peace. Yesterday was Friday, which actually was my birthday. I was just in between moods, so I wasn't just up to do anything, nothing. I didn't even leave my house, but I'm fine. So today, Saturday, I am here, and I don't even know if this video will actually go up tomorrow or today, but I promise it's going to go up anytime this weekend. So let's get back right into this video. Today's video, I'm going to share one of my personal experience as a DV survivor. Is actually a red flag. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. It's actually a red flag that a whole lot of us who witnessed abuse in their relationship actually complains about this. It's actually a red flag, but a whole lot of us actually saw it from the beginning, and we are kind of overlooked it, thinking it's nothing. But guys, that's a very big something. It's a huge, huge, huge red flag. And that thing is the abusers always want to take you away from your family and from the world entirely. The first thing they actually want to do with you is separate you from your family and then separate you from the world. In the sense, okay, let me tell you my story. Actually, let me tell you my story, and then we'll take it up from there. Or you can relate it to one or two stories you've heard or you've read about abuse and abusers and their victims. So I remember when I got married to my LAG. Sorry. So I got married immediately. I came out from the university. So I was not. When it was time for me to go for my NYSC, which is a compulsory scheme for graduates in Nigeria, I remember few days to it's actually I remember it's actually funny. Few days to when I was supposed to travel, he called me and sat me down. I was thinking he's going to talk about one important thing. Actually, it was important to him though. So he now called me and said that he wants me to change the name, my son name, the name on my statement of result. Like when I get to school, I should make sure that the name that will appear on my statement of result should be his son name, not my father's name. Well, yeah, he said that, and I looked at him and I was like, how? He was like, yeah, he doesn't want my father's name to be on the certificate. He wants his surname. Hence, I am married now. All my documents ought to bear his surname. I was like, first of all, that's not going to be possible because one, they were my family before you became my husband, so that's one reason. Just second, to school and start telling them to change my name. That name is the name that is. But the only thing I know is during the NYSC application, I need to change my surname, which will now make it possible for your surname to be on my NYSC discharge later. Maybe discharge certificate or later, whichever one. And he maintained that he doesn't want my father's name to be on that statement of results or whatever. I think that's actually, I think that's not going to be possible. You can't do that. Like, I cannot, I'm not even going to think about it. Right there and then I told him, that's not going to be possible. That's not going to happen. We're not even talking about this. Like, this is not up for discussion. We actually had a huge fight on that, and I told him that's not good. I'm going to walk to school. I'm going to do all those things and come back here, and that statement of result will have my father's name. These people trained me. We are not arguing. So that was one. Then secondly, he wanted me to stop using cell phones. He wanted every communication, either from my family, from friends, should come through him. Instead of giving out my phone number, I should be able to give his own phone number to people to call. I was like, I don't understand. I had a life before I came here. How is that going to happen? Like, you don't want me to communicate with people. You don't want me to communicate with the world. He made it known to me that he should be the one to tell me who and how I should relate to people and when. Ha! Guys, this is... At first I was like, being me, everybody when we know say this stubborn small, I guess small coin. I told him that's not going to be possible. Like, I can't really do that. I can't. If so, I actually made him understand that that is not going to happen. Then another thing I remember that happened that related to that was, I remember a few days after our wedding, a cousin of mine was supposed to wed. So we were supposed to go to my father's house for the traditional wedding, and then me finished some Umada rites. It was actually my agreement with him that we would go. So I remember coming to the back where the family were sitting, and I told my then mother-in-law and sister-in-law, I was like, I'm going to go to my house in 2 days' time. And one of them said, literally, you just got married and you want to visit your father's house. Well, being me, I asked the same sister-in-law, this is not your husband's house. Rather, you're in your father's house. That was the only response I gave them, and I walked out. And then apparently we went for that wedding. Like, you can't stop me. Now, relating those stories, this is my personal story too, or that stories I've heard. This is the first thing these people do to their victims. They want to separate you from the world. They don't want your family around. Even go as far as stopping you from attending church or church programs, meetings, and the rest of them. That's a very bad one. That's a huge red flag, and people should stand to take it serious. I know it was actually a red flag, but I didn't know what I was thinking. I was thinking, like, every normal victim like me, we always have that hope that, okay, this is just a minor thing. As time goes on, things will change. But I tell you something, not in all cases. Most abusers don't change. They just change their victims. You see, that part, they want to be at the center of your life. I'm not saying it's wrong for wanting to be the center of the attraction in your marriage, but they just don't want to be the center of attraction. They want to rule your life. They want to control you. That's a red flag, and people should actually take it serious. Maybe he will change, maybe he will not, but that's the red flag which you should take serious. People should take serious and know how to handle it. The phone aspect, at some point, he kind of broke my phone because a classmate who actually didn't know I was married called me to inform me that our results were out. My ex actually took the phone from me. Hearing that it was a guy's voice, he broke my phone. I remember coming back from NYC because I camped in Adamawa. When I came back from NYC camping, he went to my box, took every picture. When I mean every picture, that had a guy beside me and told them, I didn't know this. Like, group pictures that you take in the camp, group pictures you have in the camp, platoon pictures, room pictures. As long as there's a guy beside me or right behind me, he tore the pictures. I didn't realize this until one time I was going through my stuffs and I was going through the pictures. I started looking for the certain pictures that I took in the camp, and I confronted him. Did you do this? I can't find some of them. He said yes. He thought that why would I allow people, as a married woman, I shouldn't allow men to stand by my side. That was when I actually knew that. Just at that point in time, though, the marriage was here. It was really here. Okay, they at that time you never reach here. Because you say don't they reach here now by then. Now when you reach here now I come out, but that time the abuse don't they somewhere here. Yes, don't they somewhere here. But don't they really escalate? Like I was taking my decision small. I was in between going and staying. So you now understand what I mean. They don't want you to have a. He didn't want me to have a life of my own. Being my personal, being who I am, my personality, how I was trained, I was able to do some things with force. I was able to stand out and tell him, no, you can't do this, which will lead to either beating or more abusive words or we fighting. It doesn't actually end well. Seriously, I am begging, pleading, telling everybody who is in an abusive marriage, abusive relationship, any toxic relationship, once it is toxic, once it threatens your sanity and your life, please take a walk. Do take a walk. Let's stay alive and tell our story by ourselves. Let's not wait till we die for people to learn from what we went through. We could still teach them with just be selfish and sometimes and take the decision for yourself. Yes. But sometimes when you're not that selfish, taking that decision is always very difficult. I tell people sometimes just be selfish, be you, think about yourself alone, think about your life and take decision. Everybody will adjust. So guys, this is gonna be the end of this video and I hope you enjoyed it. And please, if you've passed through this same thing, or you have somebody who is passing through the same thing, or you have something you want to share with me, please leave it in the comment section and let's interact. And if you want me to tell more stories, or you have something, a question you need to ask, or ask about my past that you feel I can talk about, leave it in the comment section down below. So guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.